Yes, students. Now we will see some clarifications which are given through circulars. As we already learnt, guys, I have already told it. I will repeat it. When is clarification given? Sir, whenever there is a confusion among the people, what to do or how to apply the provisions of the law. The CBIC, that is for indirect purpose, we have a board called what? CBIC, that is Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. So they will come out with a circular giving what? Clarification. And few clarifications are a part of your syllabus. We will be learning it in every chapter, wherever it is there. And I have given it in the provision book itself. Sir, is it important? Should we learn it? Yes, guys. Questions are asked even on clarifications. In some of the attempts, few questions, like one or two questions in the attempt, they will ask on clarification. Later, when we go through the questions, you will understand what kind of questions they are asking. So let us learn it. There are a number of clarifications. What are those? We will be seeing. And in the main provision also, if you remember, I had mentioned refer clarification, refer clarification. Clear? Yes. When there is a clarification with respect to particular provision, I would have mentioned there only. Sometimes there will be general clarification telling this is not applicable, that is not applicable, and all. I would have not mentioned a reference for it. Clear? Yes. But wherever there is a connection, I would have just mentioned refer clarification. Okay, guys. Chalo, we will see. First one. Levy of GST on the service of display of name or placing of name plates of the donor in the premises of charitable organization receiving donation or gifts from individual donors. What are they trying to tell you here is simple, guys. Assume I am giving a donation to a temple or a charitable trust. What am I donating? Assume clock. I am donating clock. Or for a school, I am donating blackboard. Now on that, we have printed donated by Vikas, chartered accountant. Is it a promotion? They're telling no. It is not a promotion. Sir, it is not a supply. I gave them, but they didn't give anything to me without consideration. Without consideration. So it is not a supply. And obviously, whatever I told now example is not covered in any of the 4 paras given in schedule 1. So the other person, that is the charitable trust or temple, is not giving me anything in return. So there is no consideration. Is it a supply? No, not a supply. Now listen, interesting. I gave a donation of clock to a temple or a blackboard to a school where we have printed donated by Vikas, partner of Vikas and Associates, or practicing chartered accountants, owner of Vikas and Associates, or owner of Vikas Gowda classes. Is it a promotion? Yes. Promotion of what? Business. So is it a supply? Yes. What did I give? Clock. What did they give? Publicity. Promotion. It is a supply. It is a supply, guys. Supply of what? Advertisement service. Is that clear? Yes. So in simple, guys, if there is a mention about business, profession, or goods which I am selling or service I am providing, then it is considered to be a promotion of business or profession. It will be considered as supply. Very beautifully framed. For every circular, guys, there will be a circular number on what day it came and all, it will be there. Sir, are we expected to know this? No, guys. I have just given you for reference purpose. You need not remember this. Don't do. For any circular, I would have given the circular number, date and all. You need not worry about it. But I will just read that once so that you will understand how to read it. Circular number 116 bar 35 2019 means this came in the year 2019. GST dated 11th October 2019 means this clarification was notified on this date, guys. I am repeating again. Sir, are we expected to remember this? No, guys. Sir, are we expected to remember this? Of course. Clear. The content you should know. Individual donors provide financial help or any other support in the form of donation or gift to institution such as religious institution, charitable organization, schools, hospitals, orphanages, old age home, etc. The recipient institution place a name plate or a similar such acknowledgement in their premises to express what? Gratitude. You would have also observed, whenever you go to any temple and all, they would have given the list of contributors. Yeah, I can connect to temple. That is why I am giving the example of temple. Yeah, or any other institution also, guys. Whenever you go to any public place or charitable institution or temples and all, or religious place, in fact, you will find the people who have donated that, on that the name will be displayed. Clear? Yes. Sir, is that a supply? Only if name is displayed, not at all a problem. When the name of the donor is displayed in recipient institution premises in such a manner which can be said to be an expression of gratitude and public recognition of donor's act of philanthropy, and is not aimed at giving any publicity to the donor in such a manner it would be an advertising or promotion to his what? Business. Then it can be said that there is no supply of service for a consideration in the form of donation. There is no obligation. Quid pro quo means, what is quid pro quo? Something in return. So are they giving anything in return to me? No. I gave boat to them, I gave clock to them, but they didn't give anything in return to me. But if they mention my business name or profession name, then they are giving what? Advertising, promotion on part of the recipient of the donation or a gift to do anything, supply a service. Therefore, there is no GST liability on such consideration, guys. Some examples I have given you. Good wishes from Mr. Rajesh, printed underneath a digital blackboard, donated by Mr. Rajesh to a charitable yoga institution. Guys, is it a supply? No, because only name is mentioned. Promotion of name is not a problem. Promotion of business is a problem. Clear? Yes. Donated by Srimati Malati Devi in the memory of her father, written on the door or floor of a room or any part of the temple complex which was constructed from such donation. Sir, is it a supply? No. Only name was mentioned, not a problem. In each of these examples, it may be noticed that there is no reference or mention of any business activity of the donor which otherwise would have got advertised. Thus, where all the three conditions are satisfied, what are those? Namely, the gift or donation is made to a charitable organization. It is a gift or donation, means I am not expecting anything in return. The payment has the character of what? Gift or donation, and the purpose is purely philanthropic. Leads to no commercial gain and not advertisement. GST is not leviable. If all these conditions are satisfied, no GST. Sir, what if by chance if any of this condition is not satisfied, then we consider it as advertising service and GST would be applicable on that case. Next clarification. Artwork sent by an artist to a gallery for exhibition is not a supply, as no consideration flows from gallery to artist. Assume I am an artist, I will do some artwork, I will send it to a gallery to display my work there. Now the people whoever walk into this museum or any place where I am displaying this artwork, if they want, they will pay for it and buy it. Now when I send my work to a gallery or museum, will it be a supply? No, because I have not sold it. Now assume you walk into this museum, purchased my artwork. Is it a supply? Yes, that is a supply. That is a supply. Artists give their work of art to galleries where it is exhibited for supply. However, no consideration flows from the gallery to the artist when the artwork are sent to gallery for exhibition, and therefore the same is not a supply. The same is not a supply. When I send my work to gallery, they are not paying me anything. It is not a supply. It is only when a buyer selects a particular artwork displayed at a gallery that the actual supply take place, and the applicable GST would be payable at the time of such supply, guys. Okay. Next, clarification on taxability of tenancy rights under GST. Sir, what is this tenancy rights? Guys, we have a lease concept, lease concept. Whenever I want a house for lease, I will deposit like 10 lakh, 15 lakh, 20 lakh with the owner. They will give me the house. The possession of the house will be given to me for few years, like 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, like that, which you call it as lease period. Agree na? Yes. Who is actually the owner of the building? The person who own it. He has given me on lease. I am called lessee. He is called lessor. After a lease period, assume lease period is 3 years. I have to give back the property to the owner. Or if you want, we can renew the contract or agreement. We can exchange it if both the parties are willing. Similar to that, there is a concept of tenancy right in Maharashtra. Sir, what is it? Guys, under this, we call it as Pagdi system also. What system? Pagdi. Pagdi system. Sir, under this what? See, the owner of the land or building, normally land, can give his land under Pagdi system, where, assume I am the owner of the land, I will give it to you. You will pay me tenancy premium. What do you pay? 10 lakh. 10 lakh is the owner of the land. I will give it to you. You will pay me tenancy premium. What do you pay? tenancy premium, which is nothing but like a lease amount. Nothing but like a lease amount. Now assume you pay me a lease amount or pagdi premium, or we call it as premium. It is nothing but lease amount. Okay. You will pay me 20 lakh. Now I will give the possession of the land to you. You can do whatever you want. Okay. Now assume you want to do agriculture activities in that or any other things you want to do it, you will use it. Now, actually, guys, in case of lease and all, I am the pure owner. I am 100% owner. But under Pagadi system, they are telling you will also be a co-owner. Title will be with me only, purely. But still, you will also be considered as co-owner. Now, will you have a right to sell this property? Yes, it seems. Yes, it seems. As per this system. So, you have a right, even though I am the legal owner. You became a co-owner when I gave a property to you under a Pagadi system. You paid me 20 lakh. Now, do you have a right to sell this property? Yes, but obviously, you have to sell it with my permission. And when you sell, a part of the money will go to you and it will come to me also. It is not like you will take entire sale consideration. Maybe we will have an understanding. Assume we sold the property for 50 lakh. You will take 20, 25 lakh. Remaining will be mine. And obviously, this is under an agreement. We need to mutually agree for it. Is that clear? Yes. Sir, is it relevant entire India? No, guys. It is relevant actually in Maharashtra. Okay. Yes. Sure. And Maharashtra is a part of India, you know, no? So that is why they have given the clarification. Now you may tell, sir, we are from Karnataka. Why are you teaching this? Chalo. Pagadi system, transfer of tenancy rights against tenancy premium is prevalent in some states. Okay, that is especially Maharashtra. In Pagadi system, the tenant acquires tenancy right in the property against what, guys? Payment of tenancy premium. So I am the owner. I gave the right to you to use. I didn't sell the title. I gave only right. For that, what do you pay me? Tenancy premium. We also call it as Pagadi. Pagadi. The landlord may, in my example, I am the landlord, may be the owner of the property, but the possession of the same lies with whom? Tenant. The tenant pays periodic rent to the landlord as long as occupies the property. The tenant also usually has the option to sell the tenancy right to said property. Okay, that means when I have given to you, can you sell that to anyone? Yes. And in such a case, as to share a percentage of proceeds with whom? Me. Because I am actually the legal owner as laid down in their tenancy agreement. Alternatively, the landlord pays to tenant the prevailing tenancy premium to get the property vacated. Such properties in Maharashtra are governed by Maharashtra Rent Control Act 1999. Now, sometimes assume I have given a tenancy right for you for 5 years, but immediately I felt after 6 months or 1 year I want to use it. So I am asking, please vacate it. Please leave my land to me. So when I'm canceling the contract before the specified period, should I pay anything to you? Yes, it is like a penalty. You know, in normal business language also, if you're ending the contract before the specified period, then the party who is canceling the contract has to pay compensation to the other party. Yes, same way. Now if I tell, please leave my property, I had agreed to give it for 5 years. But now after 1 year, full kirik, I'm telling, leave, I want to use it. I will use it better. In that case, should I pay anything to you? Yes. It has been clarified that activity of transfer of tenancy right against a consideration, that is tenancy premium, is squarely covered under supply of service. So when you paid 20 lakh to me and took the right of my land, is it a supply of service? Yes. Guys, simple renting of land. It is very similar to renting of land. I am giving a right of land to use for you. So it is a supply of service. It is a form of lease or renting of property, and such activity is specifically declared to be a service as per para 2 of schedule 2 as discussed above. That is, we discussed it in schedule 2. Any lease, tenancy, easement, license to occupy land is a supply of what, guys? Services. I didn't sell my land to you. I have just given a right, because sale of land will come under schedule 3, not a part of GST, because it is neither the supply of goods nor the supply of services. Although stamp duty and registration charges have been levied on such transfer of tenancy right, it shall be still subject to GST, guys. Clear? I mean, sir, whenever in Maharashtra, assume I am transferring the right of my land to you, we are liable to pay stamp duty, registration charges and all. Does it mean that GST is not applicable? No, GST is also applicable. On what amount, sir? 20 lakh. merely because a transaction or supply involves execution of documents which may require registration and payment of registration fees. Stamp duty would not preclude them from the scope of supply and from payment of GST. Means just because stamp duty was paid, just because registration fees was paid, sir, can we tell no GST on it? No, GST will be applicable on it. The transfer of tenancy rights cannot be treated as sale of land or sale of building because it is covered in Schedule 3. Because if there is a sale of land, then title should be transferred. Thus, it is not a negative list activity, and consequently, a consideration for the said supply or activity shall attract GST. To sum up, the activity of transfer of tenancy right is squarely covered under the scope of supply and taxable per se. Transfer of tenancy right to a new tenant against consideration in the form of tenancy premium is also taxable. For example, I gave right to you. You are giving it to someone else, subletting the property. It is like subletting the property. Now, whatever you earn from subletting it, will it be taxable for you? Yes. But guys, but actually exemption is given for renting of building. What is it? However, renting of residential dwelling means residential house for use as residence to an unregistered person. Who is unregistered person, guys? Here, tenant. If tenant is an unregistered person, then it is exempt, guys. Where is it given? In exemption chapter. We will learn. Simple. Listen here. Sir, when the residential house is let out for an unregistered tenant, GST is not applicable. Sir, what if the tenant is registered under GST? GST is applicable. GST is applicable, guys. Is that clear now? Most of you assume you are staying in a rented house. So your parent has taken the house for rent. So are your parents registered under GST? No. So your parents are like a tenant. Are they registered under GST? No. So are they liable to pay GST? No. Now I am registered under GST. I have taken the house. Should I pay GST? Yes, because tenant is registered under GST. But here and there some exclusion is given, but in detail about this, guys, I will explain it in exemption chapter. Let us not worry too much about this now. Next, clarification on issues pertaining to Del Credar agent, DCA. You know who is Del Credar agent? Accounting concept. Accounting concept. Who is Del Credar agent? Hello. Who is Del Credar agent? The person who will bear the risk of bad debts. Now assume I have appointed you as an agent on behalf of me. You will find the customers for me. You will find the customers for me and you will sell my goods to them. Now you have sold the goods on credit basis to the customers, 10 lakh. What if they abscond? What if they abscond? The risk is actually on whom? Principal. But I thought, okay, let me not take the risk. You are the one who is finding the customers, right? You are the one who is finding the customer. You bear the bad debt risk. You bear the bad debt risk. So what I told was, see, if there is any bad debt, you have to suffer. So you told, sir, that's fine for me, but as risk is more, I will charge more commission. Okay, now. I told, okay, fine. I'm ready to pay more for you as a commission because I don't want to take any risk of bad debt. Now, when agent is accepting the risk of bad debt, that is from the customers, then that person is called as what? Del Credar agent. And for him, obviously, I need to pay something extra, sir. Why, sir? In the name of commission only, as he is bearing the risk. When the risk is more, obviously, you will expect return also more. You know, FM, higher the risk, higher the return. Same way. Sure, we will see. There is some clarification given with respect to this. Circular number 73 bar 47 bar 2018, GST dated 5th November 2018. What is it? Before going through the clarification, let us first understand what is meant by Del Credar agent. In commercial trade parlance, a DCA is a selling agent who is engaged by a principal to assist in supply of goods or services by contacting potential buyers on behalf of the principal. The factor that differentiates a DCA from other agents is that the DCA guarantees the payment to the supplier. Means, sir, no matter what, will principal get the money? Yes. If there is any bad debt loss, who will suffer it? The agent. In such scenarios where the buyer fails to make the payment to the principal by the due date, the DCA, that is the agent, makes the payment to the principal on behalf of whom? buyer, effectively providing an insurance against default by the buyer. And for this reason, the commission paid to DCA may be relatively higher than that paid to other agents, guys. Why so? Because agent is suffering the loss or is ready to suffer the loss of bad debt. So obviously, he will expect me to pay more, guys. Now it is like he is providing me the coverage of what? Risk. It is like, guys, simple. When I appoint a Del Credar agent on behalf of me to sell the goods, it is like I am taking the insurance policy against bad debt loss. I am taking an insurance policy against what, Girish? Bad debt loss. Why so? Because if there is any bad debt, who will suffer it? Agent. And whatever extra I will pay to him is in like nothing but like a premium, what I pay to the insurance policy. Nowhere connected to insurance policy and all. I'm just telling you, it is actually like that. In order to guarantee timely payment to the supplier, DCA, that is Del Credar agent, can resort to various methods, including extending short-term transaction-based loan to the buyer, or paying the supplier himself and recovering the amount from the buyer with some interest at a lower rate. Means, guys, just to ensure that principal will receive the money on time, what agent will do is, he will pay to principal, and later he will collect it from whom? Buyer, and he will keep it. Or else it can happen like this also. Agent will give loan to the buyer. Bhavya, agent will give loan to the buyer. Buyer will use this loan amount to pay to whom? Principal. Later, buyer has to repay to whom? The agent. I repeat. Now, buyer is supposed to pay to whom? Principal. He doesn't have money. So, what will agent do? He will give a loan to buyer. Ask him to pay principal. Okay, now, yes. Now, who has given loan to whom? Agent to buyer. Will he recover it from the buyer? Yes, including interest. Including interest. This loan is to be repaid by the buyer along with interest to whom? To the agent at the rate mutually agreed between DCA and buyer. Obviously, he will also be charging the interest on loan. Oh, now actually coming to the clarification. Till now was we just understood what does this DCA do. Okay, because obviously, guys, if you don't know what does it do, then you will not understand this clarification. First, we should always have a background understanding. Then we will come to front. Clarified, circular has clarified the following issues in this regard. Please be attentive, guys. Very nice, but lot of connections would be there. I have already explained the transactions yesterday. Para 3 did we cover? Hello, people. Para 3 of Schedule 1. What does it talk about? When agent is supplying the goods on behalf of the principal, or agent is purchasing the goods on behalf of the principal, but in the invoice whose name is mentioned? Agent name is mentioned. There will be two separate supply. What is it? One between principal and agent, the other one is between agent to customer or agent and supplier. Got it? Yes. The key word there was whose name is used in the invoice. Is that clear? Yes. So with respect to that, there is a clarification, guys. I had mentioned, if you remember, I had given the refer clarification. Now we are referring to it. Clear? And next time when you are studying it and all, sir, can I study immediately after para 3 this circular? Yes, that is fine. That is why I have given refer clarification. That is why I have given refer clarification. But now in the class, what I am doing is, I covered all the provisions first, then I am covering clarifications. Next time when you are studying, you can study it together. So that is why I had given a connection for refer clarification. Okay, let us get into first one. Whether a DCA falls under the ambit of agent under para 3 of schedule 1. Whether agent covered means Del Credar agent is a agent as per para 3 or not. For that we need to check what, guys? We need to check what? This one. Chalo. And Del Credar agent will come only in point of sale. We will not consider them at the time of purchase, guys. Clear? But in para 3, is agent covered both for selling as well as purchase? Yes. But here Del Credar agent is relevant only for sale. Because principal will sell the goods through agent, where you want to cover the risk of bad debt through whom? Agent. So we call them as Del Credar agent. Correct, Avinay? Chalo. Now let us try to understand with risk, guys. Principal. Okay, guys, see, we have already discussed this through this, correct? Yesterday I also made you to write. I have already made you to write this, clear, including telling When is it a supply? When it is not a supply. Is it a supply as per 7(1)(a) na, or is it a supply as per para 3 na? Everything we discussed. Yes, sir. Now I'm just trying to connect these cases for del credar agent point of view. Okay, please pay attention. Principal sent the goods to del credar agent, and del credar agent will sell this to customer. And invoice is issued in the name of whom people? Principal. Invoice is issued in the name of principal. That means there is only one supply. From whom to whom? Principal to recipient. Principal to recipient. As per which section? 7(1)(a). Sir, is there any supply from principal to agent? No. Because invoice is not disclosing the name of agent, guys. Is that clear? Yes. Next one. Principal sent the goods to del credar agent. Del credar agent is selling it to the customer, and in the invoice, whose name is mentioned as supplier? Seller. Agent name. So is it a supply? Yes. So there is one supply between del credar agent to customer. As per which section, people? 7(1)(a). And there is one more supply between principal to agent. As per which, people? Para 3 of schedule 1. Para 3 of schedule 1. Did you guys get it? Same to same story. Now we are just using, instead of only agent, we are using the name of del credar agent. So before reading this clarification, we should understand whether this guy is part of para 3 or not. Here he is not a part of para 3. Whereas here, is he a part of para 3? Yes, because accordingly the transactions will be applicable. Is that clear? Yes. Chalo. Guys, totally, now you tell me, totally how many supply is there here? How many supply is there? 1, no? 2. Plus one more will be there. What is it? Agent will give what services? Hello? What services? Agency services, for which he will get what? Commission. He will get commission. That is anyway will be there always. I told you. Actually, this is not so relevant for us. This is anyway covered. Okay. Same way here also. Sir, here also same story, na? Yes, agency services will be there, for which he will get commission. That is there, guys. That is always there. But here, how many supply was there? 1, 2. That's all. No 3. No 3. Okay. Chalo. Let me go back and read it. Whether or not DCA will fall under the ambit of agent under para 3 of schedule 1 depends on the following possible scenarios. What are those? In case where the invoice for the supply of goods is issued by the supplier to the customer, either himself or through the DCA does not fall under the ambit of agent. Guys, who is the supplier here, people? Principal. Underline that and write there. You should not get confused. Supplier here means principal. So if principal name is used in the invoice, then is it a separate supply? No. Only one supply will be there. Okay. So in that case, is agent covered in para 3, people? No. Our first example. That means this one. This one. Agent is not covered in para 3 because invoice is issued in the name of principal. Okay. Next one. In case where the invoice for the supply of goods is issued by the del credar agent in his own name, the DCA would fall under the ambit of agent. Means, is he covered in para 3? Yes. So that is my second case, guys. Second case. This case. That is when the invoice is issued in the name of agent. Okay. Same to same story. Nothing new. What we had already discussed in para 3. Only now. There we just discussed from agent name. Here we are using one big name. What is it? Del credar agent. Criteria is same to decide whether it is covered in para 3 or not. Criteria is same, guys. Now we will march ahead. This part is important, guys. From now on, it is important. Because whatever I just now explained, it's just a repetition of para 3. Just a repetition of para 3, guys. Now 2 and third point is important. Second and third. Whether the temporary short-term transaction-based loan extended by the DCA to the recipient, that is buyer, for which interest is charged by the DCA is to be included in the value of goods being supplied by the supplier, that is principal, where DCA is not an agent under para 3 of schedule 1. Okay, that means they are trying to connect to our first case. Now del credar agent is not covered in para 3. Is not covered in para 3. So is there a separate supply between principal and agent? No. Please listen now. Please listen. Now, pay attention. Now, principal sold directly goods to the customer for how much? 1 lakh. 1 lakh. Now, recipient will pay how much to the principal? 1 lakh. So, what is value of supply for principal people? 1 lakh, on which he is liable to pay GST. Now, recipient has to pay immediately 1 lakh to principal. Now, what Del Credar agent did was, he gave 1 lakh loan. He gave 1 lakh loan to recipient, for which recipient will pay 10,000 interest for him. Because for any loan, interest would be charged on? Yes. Now, please listen. When will he repay? Maybe after 1 year, 2 years, whenever it is. Now, please listen. Principal has sold the goods to recipient through an agent. For how much people? 1 lakh. Now, recipient is liable to pay how much to the principal? 1 lakh. But Del Credar agent has promised, I will take care of the payment. I will make sure the payment is made. But recipient is asking, I need some time. I need 6 months time, 1 lakh, 1 month time, or 1 year time. So what Del Credar agent told is, I will give you 1 lakh as a loan. Pay immediately to principal. Pay immediately to principal. Okay. So that Del Credar agent is getting good commission. He got a good commission. Now principal agent relationship might have ended because transaction ended there. Now from recipient, Del Credar agent will totally receive how much? 1 lakh plus 10,000 interest. Now the confusion was, whatever 10,000 Del Credar agent will charge to recipient, right, as interest, should it be added here? Should it be added here? Should principal pay GST on it? No. Why? Because who will enjoy this 10,000 people? Del Credar agent. It is the income. Should principal pay GST on it? No. That was the clarification given. Now, should Del Credar agent pay GST on this? No. Why? Because, guys, this is covered in exemption list. This is covered in exemption list. So, GST will not be applicable. Interest on loan given is covered in exemption list. Clear? Exemption we have not yet covered, but I'm just mentioning as it is there here. I'm just giving it as a clarification. We will learn that in exemption chapter. Hope you understood. So simple, guys. Principal, what is the value of supply for principal? 1 lakh. Now for Del Credar agent, is 10,000 a income? Yes. But should he pay GST on it? No, because it is covered in exemption list. Yes, that is a clarification given. Let us see. In such a scenario, following activities are taking place. Supply of goods from supplier to recipient. First supply. What is the value of supply for that? Hello? 1 lakh. Supply of agency services from DCA to the supplier or the recipient or both. Normally, agent will charge commission from seller. That is principal. But can he charge commission from both the ways? Yes, some people will do it. They will collect from seller also. They will collect from buyer also. In that case, whatever commission they get, is it liable for GST? Yes, that is liable to GST. Assume, guys, our Del Credar agent is charging 20% commission. How much commission will he get? 1 lakh into 20%, 20,000. On that, is he liable to pay GST? Yes. Last one. Supply of extension of loan services by DCA to recipient. On that, how much agent is earning? 10,000. On that, should he pay GST, guys? No. He need not pay GST. It is clarified that in cases where the DCA is not an agent under para 3 of schedule 1, the temporary short-term transaction-based loan being provided by DCA to the buyer is a supply of service by DCA to the recipient on principal to principal basis, and it is a independent supply. Sir, here, is it anywhere connected to this supply? Should we add anything here? No, guys. They told this is separate, this is separate. Clear? So for this, what is the value of supply from principal to recipient, guys? 1. And there is one more separate supply between whom? Agent to customer, that is giving loan. For that he is charging 10,000 interest. Is this a separate transaction? Yes. Therefore, the interest being charged by the DCA would not form part of value of supply of goods supplied to the buyer by the supplier. So will 10,000 be added to 1 lakh people? No, it will not be added, guys. Is that clear? Yes. I will repeat once again. Please pay attention. Now, so I'll assume commission is like 20%. I will take 20,000. It is not a supply. Okay, chalo guys. Principal supplied goods to agent and agent is selling to the customer. Invoice is issued in whose name? Principal name. So there is first to supply. From whom to whom? Principal to agent. What is the amount charged for it? 1 lakh. So did recipient pay 1 lakh to the principal? Yes, by taking loan from the agent. By taking loan from the agent, he paid immediately to the principal. Principal got 1 lakh. Okay. So one supply between whom to whom? Principal to recipient. And this was arranged through whom? Agent. So agent gave agency services to principal, for which he got a commission of 20,000. Is it a separate supply, people? Yes. On that, should agent pay GST? Yes, on 20,000. That is second one. Coming to third one. Did agent give a loan to the recipient? Yes. Is it a supply? Yes. But is it taxable? No. It is exempt. It is a supply, but exempt. It is a supply, but exempt. So let me give the 3 number for this. Giving a loan is a supply, but exempt. On that, whatever interest is charged is exempt in the hands of delicredar agent. Now, clarification was not about exemption, people. Not about exemption. What did they tell us? This 10,000 should not be added for this. That is the clarification given. Why so? Because this is a separate supply and this is a separate supply. This is a supply between whom? Principal to recipient. And this is a separate supply between whom? Agent to recipient. Should we merge both? No. We should not merge both. That is the clarity given. Okay, sir. Next, third one. And for that loan which is exempt, I have just given a note. You can observe your note at the bottom. Services by way of extending deposits, loans or advances insofar as the consideration is represented by way of interest or discount other than interest covered in credit card services are exempt as per entry 27, which we will be covering it in exemption chapter, guys. So I told you, 10,000 charged by agent to customer is exempt because he is giving loan. On that loan is charging interest. Okay, fine. I just given a note, but anyway, we will be covering it in detail in exemption chapter. Okay, coming back to third one, guys. Where DCA is an agent under para 3 of schedule 1 and makes payment to a principal on behalf of the buyer and charges interest to the buyer for delayed payment along with value of goods being supplied, whether the interest will form part of value of supply of goods also or not. So now we are dealing with the next scenario, that is where agent is covered in para 3, guys. So totally how many service is there here already? How many supply is there? 1, 2, 3. One is what, guys? Supply from the agent to recipient, where the invoice is issued in the name of the agent. Then second is supply between principal to agent, even without consideration. It is still a supply as per para 3 of schedule 1. Then the other one is agency services, which agent is giving to principal, for which the agent will earn commission. Okay, sir. In such a scenario, following activities are taking place. Supply of goods by the supplier, that is principal to DCA. Is it a supply as per para 3? Yes. Further supply of goods by DCA to recipient. Is it a supply? Yes, as per section 7.1. Gain. Next, supply of agency services by the DCA to the supplier or the recipient of or both, that is agency services. Last one, extension of credit by DCA to whom? Recipient. There is one more one. Means he is giving a loan or credit facility. To whom? To recipient. It is clarified that in cases where DCA is an agent under para 3 of schedule 1, the temporary short-term transaction based credit being provided by DCA to the buyer no longer retains its character of an independent supply and is subsumed in the supply of what? Goods by DCA to the recipient. It is emphasized that activity of extension of credit by DCA to the recipient would not be considered as a separate supply as it is in the context of supply of goods made by whom? DCA to the recipient. It is further clarified that value of interest charged for such credit would be required to be included in the value of supply by whom? DCA to the recipient as per section 15 subsection 2 clause D. Guys, section 15 talks about value of supply, which we have not yet covered, but connected to this. What is it? I will explain. Please listen. Story is like this. Story is like this. Principal gave the goods to agent. Agent sold it to customer. but invoice was issued in the name of G agent. Now let us assume the sale value was, guys, 1 lakh. Let us assume the sale value was 1 lakh. Okay, sir. So what is the value of supply for agent? Hello, what is the value of supply for agent? 1 lakh. Okay. But he told, I will pay to the principal directly. He paid immediately 1 lakh to whom? Principal. He paid immediately 1 lakh to whom, guys? Principal. As even though he has not collected it from the agent, because agent asked, sir, I need 6 months time. So principal is not ready to wait. He told, you please collect later. You pay me immediately. So what did agent did? He only paid. He only paid it. Now, is there a supply between principal and agent? Yes. And please be careful. Is it considered as supply between principal and agent even without consideration? Yes. But now, sir, consideration 1 lakh is there, no, sir. Guys, here agent is not paying for him. He is paying on behalf of whom? Actual customer. Clear? Can we consider that as a consideration? No. But still, as per para 3, they told this is supply. As per para 3, it is a supply. Hope you are understanding it. Clear? Listen. Principal sent a goods to agent. Agent sold it to the customer in his own name. Now, is there a separate supply between agent and recipient? Yes. And is there a consideration for that? Yes, 1 lakh. Now, agent has to pay to principal. Principal didn't sell the goods to agent. He just sent it and told, any risk you please take care. You pay me 1 lakh. That's all. So agent, what he did was, he paid 1 lakh out of his own pocket. He thought, okay, I will collect it from the recipient later. Should we consider it as a consideration? Actually, guys, the principal is receiving 1 lakh. But did agent pay it as a buyer? No. He paid on behalf of the buyer. Got it? Yes. But still, is it a supply for principal? Yes. As per what? Para 3. Para 3. Okay, sir. So for that, we need to fix the value as per valuation rules. Okay, sir. Should we consider straight away 1 lakh? No, we need to refer to valuation rules. Okay. But that is anyway not a part of your syllabus. You need not worry. Now what they are telling is, now agent paid 1 lakh out of his own pocket to the principal. Recipient will pay to the agent after 6 months. For that delay is charging another 10,000 interest. Why? For delay in payment. For delay in payment. Should it be added for value of supply? Yes. So what will be the value of supply for agent to customer, guys? 1 lakh 10,000. How much? 1 lakh 10,000. Sir, just before this you told interest is exempt. No, sir. Guys, understand the transaction carefully. If agent give loan to recipient and if he charge interest for it, then it is exempt. Now, did he give loan to him? No. He told pay 1 lakh after 6 months. But as there is a delay, I am charging you 10,000 extra. So did he give 1 lakh to him? Did he give 1 lakh to him? No. He just told you can pay later. I will pay to the principal, you pay me later. For the delay, he is charging interest of how much, people? 10,000. Is this 10,000 interest for loan or for credit facility? Credit facility. So should it be added? Yes, guys. As per section 15, subsection 2, clause D, they told we need to add any extra amount charged by the supplier to the recipient for delay in payment. For delay in payment. So as there is a delay of payment by 6 months, actual supplier is whom? Agent is charging 10,000 extra for recipient. Should it be added to the value of supply? Yes. It should be added for the value of supply. Is that clear? Yes. Guys, what they have covered here is this part. Sir, what about this part? This part, how much value is for principal is not a part of your syllabus. You need not worry. Because we need to consider few factors and all. They will take care of even this 1 lakh, whatever they're receiving. But they will consider other factors also. Anyway, valuation rules is not a part of your syllabus. You need not worry about that principal to agent part. But you should know, is it a supply? Yes. As per what? Para 3 of schedule 1. But how much is the value? You need not worry. You need not worry. Hope you guys got it. Yes, guys. So this was all about the clarification about del credar agent. Next, agreeing to do something, not to do something, or to tolerate something. Guys, we already covered this in schedule 2. If I have agreed to do something or not to do something, which we also call it as restrain from doing, or I have agreed to tolerate something for which you will pay me consideration. Is it a supply between us? Yes. Supply of what, people? Goods or service? Service. Did we cover this in schedule 2? Yes. They have given some clarification for this. Let us learn it. Clarification on agreeing to the obligation to refrain from an act or to tolerate an act or situation or to do an act. Circular number 178 bar 10 2022 GST dated 3rd August 2022. Guys, from now on I will not be reading circular number and all because not relevant. But anyway, I have given there just for reference purpose. Clear? Yes. What is it? Agreeing to the obligation to refrain from an act or to tolerate an act or a situation or to do an act has been specifically declared to be what, guys? Supply of service. As per what? Schedule 2. Did we learn this already? Yes. If the same constitute a supply within the meaning of CGST Act. It is more of like a repetition, guys. Everything in detail I had already covered, but they have also given a clarification. And please be careful. Even on this, they are asking question. They will give you some scenario. They will give some case and tell you, is it a supply? Is it a supply? We will do the questions. Then you will understand. But please first understand the provisions. What are the three things which are covered here, guys? Agreeing to an obligation to refrain from an act. Refrain means what? Not to do. If you want, you can write there. Not to do. What to do, what not to do, like that. I have agreed to do, I have agreed not to do, I have agreed to tolerate what you do. I have agreed to tolerate what you do, like that. Yes. Examples, non-compete agreements where one party agrees not to compete with the other party in a product, service, or geographical area against a consideration paid by the other party. You remember that Sakharam example? Atmaram, Sakharam. Don't remember. Yema. You remember me? I, Vikas sir, came from Bangalore doing tax. You know me? Very good. Others, Ashti Gotidila. Chalo. Now, listen. Assume I and you are doing a competing business. Now we both entered into an agreement telling, Vikas sir, you don't do business in this area. And same condition I have told, you don't do business in this area. Okay, or else only you have put you have too much of money power. Now you have put a restriction to me telling, because sir, don't deal in this area. I will pay you 1 lakh. I told okay. I told okay. I have agreed not to do something for which you are paying me 1 lakh. Is it a supply? Yes. What is the value of supply? 1. Oh. Next, a builder refraining from constructing more than a certain number of floors, even though a permitted to do so by the municipal authorities against a compensation paid by neighboring housing project, which wants to protect its sunlight, or an industrial unit refraining from a manufacturing activity during certain hours against an aggregate compensation paid by a neighboring school, which wants to avoid noise during office hours or those hours. Guys, we have already discussed all this. Do you remember? Assume I have taken a permission to construct 3-floor building. Now my neighbor came and told, Vikas, don't construct 3rd floor. I will pay you 10 lakh. I thought for a moment, for not doing something, he is paying me 10 lakh. Okay, it's okay. I can use this money to buy another place. Clear. So I thought, okay, I will accept. Not to construct 3rd floor. Why is he telling it? Maybe sunlight will be blocked. Correct? Yes, sir. For that purpose, whatever is paying me is a value of supply, guys. Next, coming to assume school example also I gave. Sir, in the school, they are putting speakers in the morning. Now residents are getting disturbed because of that. Now residents went and questioned the school. School told, no, every morning we have to do this. This is our procedure. Please tolerate us. Please. Or listen. Okay. The residents requested the school not to play this. And residents agreed to pay something to whom? To school. Please don't do this. We will pay you 1 lakh. Don't disturb our morning routine. School accepted it. Sir, is it a supply? Yes, it is a supply. Clear? Now, vice versa also is covered here. Yes, for example, school told, no, I cannot stop playing speakers. You tolerate. Residents told, we will complain to police station. So school told, okay, we will pay you something. Please tolerate. No. Residents told, okay, pay. How much you will pay? 50,000. Residents shared between them. Okay, is it a supply? Yes, it is a value of supply. Both I told. Not to do also I told. To tolerate also I told. Okay. Sure. Next. Agreeing to an obligation to tolerate an act or a situation. Example, a shopkeeper allowing a hawker to operate from common payment in front of his shop against a monthly payment by hawker. Golgappa. Don't forget that. Any resident welfare association tolerating the use of loudspeakers for early morning prayers by a school located in a colony subject to a school paying them means residents are ready to tolerate school using the speaker provided school is paying them some money. School paying an agreed sum to resident welfare association as a compensation. Last one, agreeing to do something. That is agreeing to an obligation to do an act. An industrial unit agrees to install equipment for zero emission or discharge at the behest of resident welfare association of a neighboring residential complex against a consideration paid by such resident welfare association, even though the emission or discharge from the industrial unit was within the permissible limit and there was no legal obligation upon the individual unit to do so. Means, guys, now an industry is there which is creating a pollution which is within the limit given by the government. Now the residents of that colony is coming and telling our health is getting affected, our children are getting some health issues because of you. Please make sure that you guys don't create so much pollution. Even if it was within the limit, now the company took some initiative not to pollute so much. They are installing some machine for it, or they're installing what equipment for zero emission or discharge. So for that they have agreed to pay who? The colony people. Is it a supply? Yes, supply of services. Okay, so in simple I have covered all the three activities. So what should be there, guys? About three activities must comply with the following conditions. What are those? There must be an expressed or implied agreement or contract must exist. Guys, simple. I and you, I have agreed. You are paying me. I have agreed to do something. You are paying me. Or I have agreed not to do something. You are paying me. Or I have agreed to tolerate you. You are paying me. Is it a supply? Yes. Provided both of us have agreed. And you are not influencing me. I am not influencing you. Both have agreed. And there is an understanding between us. There should be a contract or agreement between us. But should it be always written? They didn't tell. It need not be written also. But both of us has agreed for it. I have agreed to do, not to do, or to tolerate. For that, you are agreed to pay. Enough? Huh? Yes, it is enough. I need not read all this, guys, because it is already explained for you. So simple. I repeat again. There is an understanding between us, or a contract or agreement between us, telling I will do something, or I will not do something, or I will tolerate something for which you will pay me 1 lakh. Is it a supply? Yes. So there should be an understanding between us, plus there should be consideration. Means you are paying me the consideration. Is that clear? Yes. Only two things you have to check. Sir, have both the parties agreed for it? Yes. Are you paying me to do, not to do, or to tolerate? Yes. It is a supply of service. It is a supply of service, people. Okay. Next, no supply of service by an insured to the insurance company in lieu of no claim bonus offered by said insurance company to him. What is this? I will explain with an example. Yeah. Assume, guys, Akash has taken a medical insurance policy for how much? 10 lakh. And the yearly premium fixed by the insurance company is 25,000. Every year he has to pay a premium of how much? 25,000. Medical insurance or health insurance, when it will mature, guys? When it will mature? When the insured, Akash is called as insured here. If there is any medical emergency for him, only then the policy will mature. Not death. Life insurance policy is different. Health insurance policy is different. Now assume insured is admitted in hospital. Who will pay the bill? If insurance policy is there, insurance company. Insurance company. So now let us take Akash paid premium of 25,000 in the year 2025. And there was no medical emergency. He was fit and fine. Nothing happened. He was at home only all 365 days. No hospital. He has never knocked the door of hospital. Now in the next year, again should he pay 25,000? No. Now insurance company will tell, last year you didn't claim, no, we will give you some bonus. That is called no claim bonus. It is similar to discount. It is very similar to discount, but they call it in insurance language, they call it as no claim bonus. Very similar to discount. Last year you paid Papa but didn't use the policy. So this year we will reduce the amount. Assume they are giving 3,000 no claim bonus. Now how much Akash will pay in the year 2026? 22,000. 22,000. Now who is the actual supplier, Srushti? Who is the supplier? Insurance company. They are supplying what? Insurance service. For that they are charging first year 25,000. So for insurance company, first year what is the value of supply, people? 25,000. Second year what is the value of supply? 22,000. Because they didn't receive 3,000. It is similar to discount. Can they reduce it while calculating the value of supply? Yes. Now coming to Akash. Listen here. Very beautiful thing. How they are thought on. Now Akash didn't claim the policy last year. Now he is getting 3,000 discount for it. No claim bonus. Is it a supply? Is it a supply is my question. He didn't claim policy. He didn't do something for which he is getting no claim bonus of 3,000. Is it a supply was a question. Till now whatever I told was a story, background story, because I cannot straight away go to 3,000. I hope you understood. I repeat once again. What was the confusion is, now Akarsh got 3,000 no claim bonus. Why did he get? Because he didn't use the policy last year. So is it a supply from Akarsh to insurance company? What supply? He didn't claim the policy, so he got a no claim bonus of 3,000. Is it a supply? Is question. Is it a supply? You answer. Sunne common sense use. ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅಲ್ಲ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Just tell supply na, no supply na? No supply. Why? Guys, use the concept of insurance. Now, listen, ಆಯ್ತು ನೀವೇನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Akash took policy to secure himself against any medical emergency. Correct? He doesn't know when there will be medical emergency. Clear? See, now every year we pay the premium so that if anything happens, we will be secured on. Will it be like, sorry, every year I am sure that it will happen, so I am paying? No. Now last year everything was good for him, so nothing happened, so there was no medical emergency, he didn't claim it. While taking policy, did he sign telling in 2025 I will not claim the policy, you give me a 3,000 bonus? Did he agree for it? No. So it was not agree. He didn't agree not to claim. Agree, no? Yes. But he didn't claim because there was no emergency. Hope you're understanding. I clearly told first itself we need to agree to do or not to do or to tolerate, for which you are agreeing to pay me. Now, did Akash agree with the insurance company telling, I will not claim policy in 2025. Please pay me 3,000. Is he a fool to pay 25 and to tell I will not claim policy, you give me 3,000 bonus? No fool will do it. Correct? Huh? So hope you understood. He had not agreed for it, but because of the situation, he didn't claim it. So is it a separate supply? No, it is not a separate supply. So in simple, there is no supply from Akash side to the insurance company. There is only one supply, that is from insurance company to Akash. And for second year, what is the value of supply for it? 22,000. So that is what I have given. No supply. Anyway, that line was there. At least you would have read that. Fine, sir. No, sir. We will not read, sir. No supply provided by insured, that is Akash to insurance company with respect to what? 3,000. Hope you guys got it. Yeah, let me read. The issue which arose for consideration was whether the deduction of on account of no claim bonus (NCB) allowed by the insurance company from the insurance premium payable by the insured can be considered as consideration for supply provided by insured to the insurance company for agreeing to the obligation to refrain from the act. Means refrain from the act means not to claim the policy. Lodging insurance claim during the previous year or years. As per practice prevailing in the insurance sector, the insurance companies deduct no claim bonus from the gross insurance premium amount. In my example, what was the gross premium, guys? 25,000. From that, they are reducing 3,000. When no claim is made by the insured person during the previous insurance period, the customer or the insured procures insurance policy. Why? To indemnify, to secure themselves from any loss or injury as per the terms of policy, and is not under any contractual obligation not to claim insurance claim during any period covered under this policy in lieu of NCB. It is therefore clarified that there is no supply provided by insured to the insurance company in the form of agreeing to the obligation to refrain from an act of lodging insurance claim during the previous year or years, and the no claim bonus cannot be considered as consideration for any supply provided by the insured to the insurance company, guys. Is that clear? So in simple, what we discussed here is from Akar's side, who is called insured, is there any supply to insurance company because he got a no claim bonus of 3,000? No, guys. It was not a supply. As he had not agreed before that, I will not claim policy. Oh, fine. So we are done with all the clarifications with respect to section 7, read with 3 schedules. That is schedule 1, 2, 3. Guys, I am repeating again. Clarifications are a part of your syllabus. They will ask questions on clarifications also. Clear? Guys, whatever story we built now, similar kind of story they will build. And they will ask you the question on clarification. Clear? And whenever you are answering as per the clarification, you can give connect to clarification also. You can give connection to the respective section also. For example, assume the same story, similar story is asked in the exam. This story, maybe the name, amount and all might not be same, but similar story they will build. How do you answer this? How do you answer this? As per schedule 2, read with section 7(1)(a) and clarification. Clear? Or read with clarification, because you have to give connection to both. Then tell, agreeing not to do something for a consideration is a supply of service. But in the given case, explain the story. Explain the story, guys. Okay, fine. I have also given one student's note here. Any transaction involving supply of goods and or services without consideration is not a supply unless it is deemed to be a supply as per schedule 1. Guys, if there is no consideration, straight away tell no supply, except if it is covered in any of the 4 paras of schedule 1. Only 4 activities even without considerations are supply. Rest all, if there is no consideration, not a supply. Not a supply, guys. Yes, we are completely done with section 7, guys, along with all the 3 schedules and clarifications. Do you want to make a note of this? Just a minute. Yeah, this one you can make a note. And this one, do you want to take down this? Value of supply and all, please be careful. If any confusion, you can ask me. I will just repeat, listen, because when you're taking down, I don't want you to take down something wrong. Because if you take down something wrong, you will read something wrong, you will write something wrong, and you expect to get marks, you will not get. Ultimately, problem is not with you, with the teacher. Chalo. Listen. First case. First case, please listen. Principal sent the goods to Del Credar agent. And Del Credar agent found a customer and sold it. And the invoice is issued in the name of whom? Principal. So that means there is one supply from principal to recipient, for which principal is charging 1 lakh. So what is the value of supply for principal for this supply, guys? 1 lakh. This is as per which section, people? 7(1)(a). Okay. Try to differentiate, guys, or else you will get confused. Maybe you will use different color or give numbers like however I have given 1, 2, 3 like that. Okay. Now for this, agent is giving agency services, right? So for that, will he get commission? Yes. Assume the principal is paying 20% commission. So what is the value of supply for agent, guys? 20,000 for his agency service. That is a separate supply. Then, sir, is it a supply between principal to agent? No. As the invoice is issued in the name of principal, there is no supply between the principal and Del Credar agent. That means para 3 will not get attracted here. Clear? Yes. Now assume to pay immediately to principal. Recipient gave loan to, Del Credar agent gave loan to recipient. For how much? 1 lakh. He gave a loan. Is it a supply? Yes, it is a separate supply. Loan services. For that, he is charging interest. Is this interest an income for agent? Yes. Now the question is, should this interest be added to 1 lakh? No. No. And is this 1 lakh is this 10,000 taxable for agent? It is his income. But they told, as per exemption list, it is exempt. I have just mentioned here. E means exempt. GST not applicable. Hope you understood. Clear? Yes. Here para 3 didn't get attracted. Next, para 3 get attracted. Principal sent the goods to agent. Agent sold to the customer in the name of agent. So is there a separate supply of 7-1A between whom? Agent to recipient. And how much the agent is charging for this? 1 lakh. Okay. Then, sir, is there a separate supply between principal to agent? Yes. As per what? Para 3 of Schedule 1. Para 3 of Schedule 1. So what agent is doing, as he is a del credor agent, has promised the principal that I will pay you immediately. If there is any loss, I will take care from the recipient. For that, he is getting some commission also. How much is that? Let us take same 20,000. Let us take same 20,000. Just a minute. Okay, sir. Same 20,000 is getting it. Guys, for agent, is 20,000 taxable? Yes, for agency services. Okay. But we are not talking much about it. But anyway, it is also a supply. It is the value of supply is 20,000. Our main thing is, sir, what happened between them? No. Is that supply? What is the value for it? That is what is more important for us. Okay. Now, sir, is there a supply between principal and agent? Yes, as per para 3 of Schedule 1. So here what has happening is, the recipient has asked for 6 months time. He has asked for 6 months time or 1 year time. Okay, let me just write here. 6 months credit. 6 months credit. So, but principal is telling, agent, you pay me immediately. So what did agent did? He paid 1 lakh out of his own pocket to principal. Out of his own pocket. Now he gave time to recipient to pay. Now recipient should pay to principal or to agent? Agent. How much will he pay? 1 lakh plus. Agent is telling, you are paying 6 months late. So I am charging 10,000 interest for delay. I am charging 10,000 interest for delay. Now totally agent got how much? 1 lakh plus 10,000 for delay. So what is the total value of supply for agent people? 1 lakh 10. This is what the clarification is. Should 10,000 be added? Sir, 10,000 year and 10,000 year is same, huh? No, it is different. Here 1 lakh was not given as a loan from agent to customer. He gave a credit facility. He told you can pay later. But for delay, I will charge you 10,000 extra. Should that be added to the value of supply for del credor agent? Yes, guys. As per which section? 15 to D. 15 to D. Hope you understood. Sir, what if by chance, assume, listen. Agent has actually given loan to recipient. Recipient paid immediately to principal. Oh, now for that loan, agent is charging 10,000 interest. Same like above. Will it be a value of supply for him? No. What will be the value of supply for agent? 1 lakh. Sir, will 10,000 be added to him? No. That is a separate thing where he has given loan for which he is charging interest. It will not be taxable because it is exempt. Because it is exempt. If it is given as a loan, means 1 lakh money is given by the agent to recipient, for which recipient will repay how much? 1 lakh 10,000, including an interest of 10,000. Will 10,000 be taxable, people? No. Okay, na? Understood? Yes. That is loan transaction separately. But for sale of goods, whatever del credor agent 1 lakh he will get, no. Will that be a value of supply of goods? Yes. In that case, only 1 lakh will be taxable. Is that clear? Yes. Please make a note of it. You can just give a small heading like del credor agent and mention read with para 3 of schedule 1. Read with para 3 of schedule 1. This is the first one. Then the second chart would be. You can also take this no claim bonus example. And here, I just want to give connection, guys, for income tax. Now, Akash has paid 25,000 in the year 25-26. Let us consider it as previous year 25-26. How much deduction can he claim under section 80D for health insurance premium or medical insurance premium? Deduction is allowed under section 80D, right? Yes. How much can he claim? 25. Maximum anyway is 25. Here it is exactly 25. He can claim. Coming to next year, he paid only 22. Now, can he claim deduction under section 80D 25 or 22? 22. What he has paid. What he has paid. Not from GST angle, from income tax angle. The person who has paid the health insurance premium or medical insurance premium for assessee and family one category and parents one category. Correct? Maximum 25,000. Or if any of them are senior citizen, then it is 50,000, which includes up to 5,000 for preventive health check. Just a connection, guys. That's all. Fine. Now, one more thing. Actually, in section 7, there is also subsection 3. I will just cover it up. Okay, because that one small thing we have left it. Nothing much there. Government has taken a power to tell what is supply of goods, what is supply of services. We have actually covered section 7.2, but 7.3, one small section is there. What is it? That 7.3 is a power given to the government telling whenever there is a confusion, you guys come and clarify. You guys come and clarify. Means they can tell. Assume now people has a confusion. This is supply of goods or supply of service on. Now can government come and tell it is a supply of service and accordingly we will follow. Or else can they come and tell it is a supply of goods? Clear on? Yes. This is only when confusion is there. This is only when confusion is there, guys. Subject to the provisions of subsection 1, 1A and 2, the government may, on the recommendation of GST Council, specify by notification the transaction that are to be treated as supply of goods but not a supply of service, or else supply of service but not a supply of goods. Is that clear? Guys, they are not notified here, but power is given to them. Whenever there is any confusion, because obviously, if there is a confusion, I will think it is a supply of goods, you will think it is a supply of service. Clear? So it should not lead to mess among the people. So that is why they told government has that power. Because any day, any new transaction can come all of the sudden, and we are confused whether it is a goods or supply. Sorry, it is a supply of goods or supply of services. Who will have that power to clarify it? Government. That is central government. Okay, sir. So this is all about section 7 and all the schedules as well as clarifications, guys.